In this video, I'll be showing us how to draft this crisscross neckline. We'll be treating two different bags in this tutorial, one with zipper and the other one involves the neck extension which will wrap around the neckline. So that means I'll be cutting two different bags in this tutorial. My name is Veronica Adams Eze. Welcome to Vera Adams YouTube channel. So right here is a basic bodice pattern with darts. Yes, the side dart and the waist dart. I'll go ahead and identify the center of this pattern paper. I'll go ahead and rule it out. If you don't know how to draft a basic bodice, I have a detailed tutorial that explains this. You can go ahead and check it out. At this point, I'll go ahead and connect one side of the neckline to meet the other side of the armhole. You can choose any side that you want, either the left or right, but I'll be working with the right side. So I've connected the right side of the neckline to the left side of the armhole. Right now, I'll go ahead to reduce the shoulder line. The shoulder line that I want is 2.5 inches, so I've gone ahead to mark that right there, and I'll come down from the chest line by 1 inch. So I'll connect from that point to the shoulder line, just the way I'm doing right here. Once this is achieved, I'll go ahead to highlight where I'll be cutting out. I will start from the bottom right into the neckline to the armhole, and I've gone ahead to start cutting it out. Please pay attention to how I'm cutting it out so you can avoid making a mistake while cutting yours. I realized that the angle at which I was cutting from was not so convenient. That's why the cutting was actually very slow. So I've gone ahead to adjust, and I'm cutting the other side. This is the side that connects into the armhole. So I'm going ahead to cut it out as so. At this point, I'm done with the cutting. I'll move ahead to start working on the dart. So in case you do not want a dart, it's actually okay. You can just go ahead and cut another piece exactly so that you have two pieces at the end. But right here, I'm working on the dart. As you must have noticed, I opened up the waist dart and I went ahead to close up the bust dart. So here, right on the bust line, you have this unevenness. So I'm going ahead to cut it out. And mind you, this does not affect the measurement in any way, since we've actually not even added the same allowance yet. If you're working on a fabric, place this pattern paper on your fabric. Make sure that your fabric is on fold so that you have two pieces cut out. Since I'm not working on a fabric for this tutorial, I'll just go ahead and cut out one piece of this. I hope you understand. If you don't, I advise you go back and listen to this again. I would like to show us what we would get when we close up the waist dart. So if you close your waist dart or you sew your waist dart, it will give you this bump around the bust. That's the swell around the bust, just the way you're seeing it right here. So that's just the essence of the dart. I'll go ahead and bring in the other parts that we cut out. So here it is. We have two pieces of this. So this is what it looks like. This is the crisscross neckline for the front bodies. So we'll go ahead to cut out the back bodies. Here is a pattern paper for the back bodies with darts. So all we need to do right here is just to make sure that the neckline connects. So I'm going down by 1.5 inches for the neck depth, and I'm connecting it to the neck width, and I'll go ahead and cut it out. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead to bring out one piece of the front bodies and connect it to this back bodies, just to make sure that the neckline aligns. Please note that when you're trying to place the front and the back bodies together. Make sure that the neckline of the front is in line with the neckline of the back, and the armhole line of the front is in line with the armhole line of the back. Then you can go ahead to connect it just the way I've done into the armhole line of the back bodies, and then go ahead to cut it out. I'll then go ahead to bring in the front bodies. This is just to check if we have the correct shoulder line for both, to check if both shoulder line aligns, and it does. So at this point we have achieved the first back bodies. So at this point we'll go ahead to create the back extension for the front bodies. I've gone ahead to bring in a fresh paper and I placed it underneath the front piece. I held it down with paper tape. I'm going ahead to mark 3.5 inches, which will serve as the extension that I'm using. Note that you can use from 3 to 4 depending on the size you're working with. You can take this measurement by measuring from the nape of your shoulder right into your mid back, as displayed on the screen right here. Once this is done, I'll go ahead to start cutting it out. If this is your first time here on this channel, I want to say welcome, and do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful, kindly click on the like button. Do well to click on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified each time I post a new video. So up close, this is what the extension looks like. So right at this point, I'll go ahead to cut one more piece so that we have 2 pieces of this. So right here we have 2 pieces of this. I'm placing them together, and of course I'll go ahead to the extension and hold together at the back using my paper tape. So this is what it looks like at the end of it. I'm sure that you know that the first back bodies that we created cannot work with these front bodies, so we are going to go ahead to create its own back bodies. So here's the back bodies we're working on. I've already gone ahead to draft it out. Note that this back bodies is darkless. You can as well infuse that if you want. Working on these back bodies, I'll go ahead and rule a straight line from the armhole into the center back. You can decide to make it a bit curved at the center back if you do not want a straight back. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be sticking to the straight back. So right now, I'll go ahead to cut it out. Please note that when you're placing this pattern paper on your fabric, you place your fabric on fold so that when you cut it out, it comes out as one piece. However, you'll be needing an elastic for this, so you go ahead and fold your fabric into 2, just the way that I did right here, and this will serve as a casing for the elastic, and you go ahead and insert the elastic into it. So at this point we are done with the second back bodies. I have gone ahead to place the back bodies and the front piece together. This is for the neck extension. This one right here is the one with the zipper. Unfortunately, I could only cut one back for this, and I went ahead to place it underneath the front piece. So here it is. At this point, we have successfully drafted out the crisscross neckline with and without neck extension. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.